All right, we're about to get started here. Thank you for watching this video. Listen, you want to stay to the end. I will make this brief. Respect your time. You're going to like being here. Listen, if you have been looking for a way to quit your day job, to supplement your income with an extra $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month or more, or even take it to the next level, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month, you can do that, okay? This is for USA only people. Just want to let you know right now, as of today, it is for USA only people. However, I have a gut feeling in the next couple months it will go overseas to other countries. But enough of that part right now. But right now, what I'm about to go over with you right now is only for US people. So if you've been wanting to quit your day job, if you're tired of the $50,000, $100,000 a year from your job, $70,000 a year, $40,000 a year, etc., then this is for you. Many, many people are in the United States of America. They're tired of the rat race. They're tired of being not being able to choose their own hours. They're tired of not being able to take days off when they want to. They really want freedom, and that's the same thing everyone wants, no matter where you are in the world. But I'm talking to people here in America simply because this business is for people in America and the United States right now. Now, listen, you know me. Many of you have been on my email list for many, many years, and you know that I'm here to help people make money as much as possible, okay? Now, I've done that through my websites. I used to have instant commission websites. Then PayPal gave me a problem back in 2016. Many of you watching have been around and you've had my training. You've followed me. You learned from e-commerce. Some of you have probably made thousands and thousands of dollars through selling things through like T-shirts through Teespring and selling through advertising on Facebook and Shopify. But today we're going to talk about something I think that will last even longer than that. And this is something that you can pass down, believe it or not, to your family and to your kids or to your kids' kids. And I just want you to take a step back and think. And I'm going to draw right now on this little whiteboard here and just think. And then in a little while I'm going to go into showing you some stuff. And this is my little this is my little light bulb here, okay? All right, I just want you to think real quick on why you want to work from home. Why do you want to start your own business? Why have you tried the industry of entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship is an industry in itself because we're not like the rest of the people that just want to work for somebody and retire with a pension. Because as you know as well as I do, the pensions don't exist anymore. Companies don't just no company offers them nowadays. Maybe what, 2-3% of companies offer them nowadays. Pensions are non-existent. And so you know as well as I do what you're doing. 87%, I believe, Americans hate their jobs. So that's 9 out of 10 Americans hate what they do, okay? So if that's you, if you want to replace your income, if you are just like frustrated on Sunday night knowing you have to go back to work on Monday, then this is for you. Why are you trying to be an entrepreneur? Why are you trying to build a business? Okay, think about that. Think about some of the reasons why. Okay, I'm going to set up a way for people to comment. You can either send me an email and share the reasons why you're trying to build a business. You can. There might be a place for you to comment below this video. Why are you doing what you're doing to try to build a business? Okay, what is it for you? Everyone has a different why, and the stronger your why, the more likely you're going to succeed. Please remember that no matter if you join me in my business or if you join in some other business, you have to have a strong enough why. And if it's just to make this, then that usually doesn't cut it. Okay, you need something bigger than money. Money is a tool, but you need something way bigger. That's just showing you that something higher level than money. Okay. This is maybe money, and your why has to be bigger than that money, okay? Now, does money have a lot to do with it? Of course it has a lot to do with it, but it's what money can do. Usually it's not just for the money, but it's what money can do. So, I want to share with you a couple of reasons why I've been an entrepreneur and why I continue to press forward and I don't give up no matter what happens, okay? Because I've had some months that are very lean and other months that just blow those months out of the water, and money I've made in one day surpasses what I made in a month before, you know? So I know what it's like to struggle in business and what it's like to want to give up. And I can tell you right now, write this down. As long as you never give up, you're going to get further ahead down the road as long as you're open to grow, okay? So I'm going to share a couple reasons why I don't give up and why I'm in this business and why I strive to continue to get better and continue in this endeavor of entrepreneurship. One of them is because I want to be a good leader and a good example for our kids. Another thing, my wife and I want to homeschool all three of our kids. We don't want to have them in the school system anymore. Why? Because we want the ability and the freedom to travel when we want and not have to be tied down to a school system. Oh, you know, the kids got school, we have to wait to the next vacation. No, we don't want to do that. We want to be ready and nimble to just go anytime we want to. We want to travel as often as we'd like at any time without having to worry about looking in the bank. Oh, we got to buy the tickets. We got to leave tomorrow. Oh, now they're going to be more money. Let's wait 2 weeks so they're cheaper. None of that, okay? Another thing is I want to buy my mother-in-law, they're called eSight glasses. They help people that with very low vision or people that are blind actually see, believe it or not. I want to buy her a pair of those, okay? And so those are just some of the reasons why, you know, I never give up with entrepreneurship. And you got to look and you got to think about what your why is, okay? Why are you trying to become an entrepreneur? Why are you an entrepreneur now? And why are you trying to make more money? Okay, maybe you've been an entrepreneur and what you're doing is only bringing you an extra $200-300 a month, maybe $1,000 a month, and you want to take it to the next level. I'm about to go into some stuff with you right now, and I'm going to share with you some things that you might really enjoy and you'll get excited about. And what I can tell you is this, okay? How important are the goals to you and your family, your why? Those goals that you might have, how important are they, okay? Think about it. I really want you to think about it. And how are you going to feel if those things come true? Think about it. Well, Frank, I want to buy a house. I want to get out of this apartment. I want to buy my mom a house. I want to buy my wife a house. Those are some of your whys, right? How awesome would it be for you to get to those goals? Frank, I just want to pay off my house and have my cars paid off and pay for my grandkids' education. I have 2 grandkids. Let's just say that's you. How awesome would it be for you to do that? Or, hey, Frank, I want to bring my wife home. I don't want her to work anymore. Or, Frank, I want to quit my job at the factory. I want to replace my $60,000 a year income. Or, hey, Frank, I'm in the oil field industry. I make $130,000, but I'm always at work. I work 5 days straight, take 2 days off. Sometimes I work 10 days straight and then get 2 days off, and then I'm back to work for 10 days straight. Whatever your why is, you got to really examine it. And how would that feel if those whys came true, if you actually got to those goals? Think about what that would be like, okay? And then you got to think about how would you feel if you went through your entire life and none of the things you want to happen happened. How would that make you feel? If you really feel weird about that and really making you feel like, oh, I would hate for those goals never to realize, then I'm here to challenge you and say, hey, let's get going. Let's do something here. And maybe what you've been doing the last 12 months, 18 months ain't working. And maybe you need to retool. Maybe you need to change your strategy, okay? And by doing what you're doing right now, do you believe that you're going to hit the goals that you have for yourself? What you've been doing the last 12 months, is that working? If it's working too slow or if it's not quite working how you'd like, you know, if you keep doing that, are you going to hit those goals that you want? And if the answer is no, then I encourage you to keep looking at what I'm about to show you and really look at it with an open mind and suspend your disbelief while I'm showing you what I got right now. And again, this is for just USA people. I'm about to go into some stuff right now. I really want to just, you know, from my heart to yours, tell you, suspend your disbelief, take a look what I got, and stay to the end, because if you really like what I'm going to show you right now, then I have a bonus if you get started today before 2 a.m. on January 1st Central Time. If you get started by December 31st, before midnight Central Time, that's 1 a.m. Eastern, I got some bonuses for you, okay? So I'm excited for that. This is only if you join right now through this video, okay? So, you know, think about it. You want financial freedom. Maybe you want $200,000 a year. Maybe you just want to make $25,000 a month. Maybe you just want to make $17,000 a month. Maybe you'd be happy with $9,600 a month. Whatever that number is, you know. What if you keep doing what you're doing and you don't hit those numbers and you stay stuck at your job with the situation you have now? How is that going to make you feel in 5 years? If I could give you a vehicle that could help you change that in the next 12 to 24 months, would you be interested? And I'm really thinking more like 12 months, because I've been seeing the checks from people that are doing this company, and it's totally legit, and we're about to go into why that is and how this happens, okay? So if you're not where you want to be and what you're doing doesn't seem like it's working fast enough or hasn't been working at all, would you agree you make some change? You need to make some changes. If you do agree, then I'm about to go into one way you can make those changes, okay? So let me share my screen, and we're going to go into sharing with you this business, okay? And here we go. Take some notes, okay? So right now you can check out my screen, okay? And I'm just going to be drawing on the screen a lot, okay? I'm going to use my little thing to annotate everything, okay? And so first of all, okay, if you're here, you want to change your situation, I'm here to show you what can help you get to that change in a positive way, okay? I work with People Helping People, PHP, okay? They're based out of Dallas. They used to be based out of California. The company's been around 9 years, going on 10 years, okay? Everyone that works for PHP is an independent contractor. We are business owners. We're entrepreneurs. We are 1099ers, okay? We are not employees, okay? So that's the beautiful thing about that, okay? You are an entrepreneur when you work with PHP. And this is about the new life insurance, and I'm about to go show you how easy this business is and how fun it is, okay? So we're about to show you what we cover, okay? What we help families with, these are the products and services we help families with, okay? We help them with 401k rollovers, IRA and Roth IRAs, life insurance, long-term care, annuities, and debt settlement, okay? So out of all these products, which one are you most familiar with, okay? Now, I'm just looking at the screen right now, and I'm doing this presentation, so I'm not looking at the comments right now, but a lot of you are probably going to say life insurance. Some of you might say 401k, and then the rest will dribble down from there. But listen, today we're going to go over life insurance because it's one of the most important things that we go over and we help people with. And we work, like I said, we are independent agents. We work with some of the largest insurance companies out there. Have you ever been in a big city and looked up at the top of the buildings? Most of the buildings in big cities like Chicago, New York, etc., many of the buildings will have these letters on them, AIG, or it'll say National Life Group. It'll say MetLife, Foresters, Fidelity, Guaranteed Life. You'll see many of these on the top of buildings. Why? Because they're some of the biggest and most powerful, richest companies in the world. And why is that? Well, because they're in the insurance business. And I'm about to explain a little bit more why that is, okay? But these are who we work with. We work with like around 30 carriers, okay? We are not insurance agents for these companies. We are representatives for all of them, over 30 of them, okay? So what gives us leverage is we don't have to worry about quotas. We don't have to worry about, selling so many policies and keeping that company happy. Why? Because we are all independent agents, and as a whole, as a company, we all keep all these companies happy with the amount of production we produce, okay? So let me move on to this graph right here. We're going to show you some numbers right here. In the 1970s, you can take a look at the amount of agents we had. We had over 500,000 agents right here in the 70s. And the population of the U.S. was right around 204 million. Fast forward to 2013, we had only about 149,000 agents, and our population had exploded to over 316 million. And right now, I think we've already reached 400 million, or we're quickly approaching 400 million. But if you notice something here, that number of agents reduced dramatically. Now, you might be saying, man, why did that happen? And I can tell you a couple of things, okay? One reason is the number of agents that was doing the business way back then, they were in their 30s and 40s, and many of them now are either retired or passed away, okay? And another reason is, guess what? The insurance industry has been dominated by Caucasian males in their 40s and 50s. The average agent is 59 years old, okay? So it's never been like a real sexy, exciting industry. And on top of that, an agent that's been in the business 20 years has residuals coming in and renewals coming in, and they're sitting on $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a month in income, some way more than that. Do you think some 60-year-old guy has the time or patience to be training some 20-year-old kid out of college to show them how to sell, you know, $100, $200 a month policies? No. These fat cat agents, they're worried about selling $2 million, $5 million, $10 million a year policies, okay? Those kind of policies. That's what they want to do, okay? So the amount of people coming into the industry has been dropping all the time. And so PHP wants to change that by changing the face of the industry, okay? With the growing rate of the population, the demand for these insurance agents are extremely at an all-time high, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to show you why that is and show you how we can make money, okay? So this is the new life insurance agent. One thing about PHP we can tell you now is we're over 50% women. I'm a guy, but over 50% of the people in PHP are women. I think that's awesome because we're changing the face of the industry. We're very multicultural. We're not just Caucasian. We have African American, Latinos, Hispanics, Asian Americans, Indian Americans. Many, many different people from all walks of life are in PHP. That's what makes this thing so cool. With that being said, I'm going to show you the type of insurance policies we offer, because this is one of the easiest ways to explain what we do. And the majority of our business comes from life insurance, okay? So we're going to say we're trying to help Mary. And Mary is a 34-year-old female. She wants a $500,000 policy. She wants that for 30 years. How much do you think a policy for $500,000 would cost Mary for 30 years? Well, you're probably guessing 50, 60, 70 bucks, something like that. Well, for Mary, let's just say for this example, it would run her between 20 and 40. And for this example, we're going to say $30 a month for someone her age, 34 years old. Now, for that policy, it's going to last 30 years, okay? She's 34. It's going to last till she's 64. Now, the cool thing is it's only going to run her 30 bucks a month. So that's very, very affordable. Now, the bad thing is guess what happens after the 30 years? If Mary's still alive, what do you think happens to all that money she paid in for the 30 years? All right. If you have a comment section down there, you can comment. That's right. That money disappears. It goes to the insurance company. Now, what happens if she passes away before the 30 years is up? Well, you guessed it. Her family gets all of this money. So that's the beauty of life insurance, okay? And let me share with you real quick why we are so passionate about this industry. A couple years ago, my father-in-law passed away, and he didn't have any life insurance. And so that was a real realization for us. And I had to sell one of my websites. It wasn't enough. We still had to travel up from Texas to Chicago. We had to fly him back, and you know we were only able to help with a little bit. And so we had to have start a GoFundMe account, a campaign to raise money to pay for his funeral. So personally, my wife, she's on a crusade to help as many people as possible, and I'm right there with her because what happens when someone doesn't have life insurance? People don't think about it, but when it does happen, it's a tragedy, and it's really it upsets the family and makes things super, super hard. And so we're here to change that one family at a time. And so the beauty about this policy is for Mary is it's low cost, right? It's very low cost. Now, the negative thing is it expires in 30 years. So if she's 34, she's going to have to do something before that 64 years comes along and have something in place, okay? Now, let me show you how we get paid on this, okay? The cool thing is when you help families and you're licensed, you get paid. And one thing I can tell you right now is the license process is super easy. I passed it. I studied for 24 hours. Really, I studied one day, and I took the test, and I passed it, okay? So if you were to help Mary out, it's going to run her $30 a month. She's going to pay for 12 months. That's $360. Depending on who we use, which company, some of them are going to pay us up to 125% of that policy up front. That comes out to be $450. And let's say you're at a 50% contract level with the company and say you're still new. Okay, for helping Mary and spending about an hour with her or less, you're going to earn a cool $225 for helping her get a policy. Okay, we do training. You're never alone. You know how to do these things, and you're going to know how to do them. And someone can go with you to show you how to do it if you need help. So that's the beauty. You're never left alone in this business. So with that being said, how would you like to earn $225 for sitting down with somebody for an hour? Okay. The next policy we're going to cover is ROP. This is the same person, Mary, right? Mary's wanting to get this policy. Okay. In this case, she's going to pay for 34 years, $500,000 policy. Excuse me, 30 years, $500,000 policy. But in this case, something different is going to happen. She's going to pay a little bit more, right? 2 to 3 times more money. Okay, this one also lasts for 30 years. But what do you think is the difference here? Well, ROP, you probably guessed it, stands for return of premium. Okay, that means after 30 years, she is going to get all her money back. So how cool is that? Someone pays for a life insurance policy, and then 30 years later, you get all of the money back. How cool is that? And that is possible with a return of premium policy. Okay. The benefit is something happens in 30 years or less, her family gets all the money. That's beautiful. And then guess what? If she's still alive, guess what? She gets all of her money back, $36,000. Imagine if your car insurance company called you and said, hey, Jerry, we got a new policy coming out. If you pay us after 10 years, if you have no accidents, we're going to give you all your money back. Would you get that car insurance policy? I know I would, but the thing is, that doesn't exist in car insurance, but it does exist in life insurance. So that's the beauty of it. So let's say you're going to help Mary out to get that ROP policy. She's going to pay a little bit more, $100 a month. She's going to pay in about $1,200 for the year. But that same month when we get her policy, depending on which company you use, they're going to pay 120%, okay, for this example. That means they're going to pay PHP $1,440. Let's say you're still rather new. You're at 50% commissions. You sat down with Mary for about an hour, okay, and you get paid $720. How would you like to sit with somebody for an hour, answer a couple questions, do their quote, get them to fill out the paperwork, and then within a week or two get paid $720? By the way, we get paid every Tuesday and Friday. Never ends. If you got a commission coming to you and it's ready to be paid out, you get paid every Tuesday and Friday. That's another beautiful thing about this business. Now, let's continue on. The next part of this is permanent policy. This is the third one. Now, if these policies were cars, the term policy would be like your Toyota Corolla. The ROP would be like your Lexus. And finally, this third one, this one right here, the permanent policy, if we're talking about cars and life insurance, this permanent policy would be like your Ferrari. Number one, it has the death benefit that lasts until you pass away. It does not expire. That's the beautiful thing about the permanent policy. It does not expire. Okay, another thing is it has living benefits. This is the best way to explain it. If you get in an accident and you can't perform your daily duties like bathing, feeding yourself, etc., you can cash in on up to 90%, I believe, of that $500,000 policy. Another thing, let's say you're diagnosed with some kind of terminal illness and you got, God forbid, 3 or 4 years left. You can draw that money early to help you and your family get through that. Or let's say you have you're diagnosed with some kind of disability or something happens where you can't really be a normal human in society, and you're going to have a lot of stuff to deal with. You can draw from that money early, and that's what they call living benefits. No one knows when this stuff happens. No one plans for it. So this is one of those things where the best time to have it is way before you ever need it, okay? Because the sooner you get it, the cheaper it is, okay? So living benefits, that's another awesome thing about a permanent policy, okay? Another thing is its cash value starts building up. Now, this is for long-term thinkers. You're not going to pay on a life insurance policy and expect to have money to withdraw within 2 or 3 years. No, you got to give it some time, okay? After 10 years or more, that cash value starts building up very quickly, okay? Give an example. We had someone, give us a testimonial the other day. He had a permanent policy. His wife and him had been paying on it for like 17 years. He was an older gentleman. His daughter was getting married, and he had totally forgot that he had the cash value building up in his policy, and he was friends with his life insurance agent. The agent recommended, hey, let's take a look to see what your cash value is at. And guess what? He was able to get a check from the insurance company of $12,000 tax-free without having to claim it on his taxes that year to help with his daughter's wedding. How awesome is that? So that's just an example of what cash value can do. So let's just say you're helping Mary and she decides, you know what, I want the Ferrari of the policy. For this same $500,000 policy, of course, she's going to pay more, right? She's going to start off with $250 a month. For the year, she's going to pay 12 months. So that equals to $3,000. Now, depending on who you use, some of them might pay you as much as 130% of that yearly premium. So they pay PHP $3,900, and let's say you're still new. Guess what? For helping Mary for that hour or so, you would bring home $1,950 for helping her for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half if you're talking, laughing, sharing some stories and getting to know her well. So how would you like to sit with somebody for an hour, hour and a half, in the process get trained on how to do it, and be able to earn commissions of $1,950 for you guys? That would be awesome, and that is possible, okay? Give you an example real quick. I have a friend who she signed up a policy with someone she knows from work. That lady paid for her policy. She got started with her policy. It's a permanent policy, and she's paying $400 a month because she wants it to grow pretty quickly, and I think the face value is more than $500,000. So $400, let me just do that example, times 12 is $4,800. Let's say you are still at this 50% commission level. If you were my friend, my director friend in the business, and you were at 50%, you would have earned $2,400, because that would be 400 times 12, 4,800. Oops, 4,800. Take that divided by 2, because 50%, you would earn $2,400 for sitting and helping somebody for about an hour, hour and a half. How would you like to do that? Okay, comment below. Comment if you would like to do that and learn how. Okay, listen, PHP is the vehicle that's going to help you. You can get there very quickly. I have some friends in the company that have been in the company for a year, and they've already started to make $8,000, $10,000, $12,000 after a year in the business. Did they make $12,000 the first 60 days? Of course not. Did they make money the first 60 days? Yes. Did they make money the 90 days? Yes. And then by the 3rd and 4th month, they start making nice income. I'm telling you, this thing is real. And you're helping families with something that's honorable. This is not lotions and potions, diet pills, anything like that, CBD, nothing like that. This is legitimate stuff. And what do we all have in common here watching this right now? I don't know if you can read that, but we all have a what? We all have a life. We all live. Okay, so this is something that more than 41% of Americans do not have, is life insurance. And then in the multicultural community, I haven't seen the studies yet, but I know it's probably higher than 50%, okay? Meaning African American, Asian, Latino communities, we are a higher non-insured rate than people that are just average, average Americans as a whole, okay? So this is a real deal thing that you can help people with and make nice income. Listen, we have a system, okay? To get a franchise for McDonald's will cost you I think between $1 to $4 million to get the franchise, depending on where you get it set up. We have a system. Why does McDonald's cost so much to build, to get a franchise? Because they have that system in place. The McDonald's in Chicago, their hamburgers are the same as the McDonald's in Jacksonville, Florida, or the McDonald's in San Diego, California. They're all the same. Why? Because they have a system that works. Here at PHP, we have a system that works as well. Okay, we have training. We have online training. We have weekly trainings on Zoom. We have training over the phone, and we help you get trained. We help you get licensed, okay? We help you get licensed, okay? Clients. We show you how to get clients either through self-generated referrals, through your warm market, through social media, through various different ways. We train you on different things you can do to get clients. We actually have a playbook that is a manual that tells you everything from beginning to end on how to do this business. It's a manual. It's a handbook that shows you from beginning to end how to do this business. Okay, we have a system. Okay, that's the beauty of it. And no one gets left behind, guys. No one gets left behind in the system. We are here because no one gets left behind. Okay, that's the beautiful thing about this, is we have a system that's going to help everyone, and no one is going to be left in the dark. Okay, that's the beautiful thing about PHP. So let me close this real quick and go here. Let me tell you some more examples about this compensation. If you are part-time and you want to do this as you do your full-time business, let's say you have an online business, or let's say you're doing affiliate marketing and you're making like $500 a month, $1,000 a month, or let's say you're a nurse somewhere, or you work in oil and gas, or you're an engineer making $130,000, $150,000, but you like this idea. You can do this and start part-time. Okay, if you were to help two people with that same type of Ferrari policy we showed you earlier, that kind of volume would bring you, let's say you just got started and you're not even at 50%, you're at 40%. That kind of volume, 2 families a month, would bring you $2,400 a month. How would you like to start with PHP part-time and bring in an extra $2,000 a month? Okay, this isn't hype. This stuff is real. Okay, let's say you move on up and you want to become a personal producer and you want to help 1 family a week. Helping 1 family at that same type of Ferrari policy, 3,000 points a week, you're looking at $7,200 a month if you get to the 60% level. Okay, my wife and I just got promoted to 60%. Okay, guys, we are now directors in the company. Okay, we got promoted pretty quickly because we got excited and took this business seriously. Okay, let's say you move along and you want to become one of the top leaders in the company and you want to hit marketing director. When you become marketing director and you start having people doing what you're doing and helping 1 family a week with that same style Ferrari policy, you could be bringing in $30,000 a month because you're getting 25% override on what they're earning at 50%. Okay, if you got people on your team earning 50%, you're overriding them at 25%. You're going to be bringing home $30,000 a month by becoming a marketing director. Okay, now would an extra $30,000 a month help you in your family, you and your family? Would that help you? Right there, you're making money in the top 1% of Americans. Okay, $360,000. Okay, this is life-changing income. Once you get to $30,000 a month, you are not going to be worried about money versus when you're making $5,000 a month, $6,000 a month at your job right now. Okay, that's life-changing income right there. Once you start hitting $30,000, if you want to get even more serious, in the next 12 to 24 months, you could hit Chairman's Council. And there's already a ton of people already doing this. And the average Chairman's Council, if you can consistently build team, and they start building more and more teams, and they help those families every week, guess what? You can start bringing in over $100,000 a month. Now, right now, let me just be real with you. This is work. You got to learn. You got to train. You got to get better. Let me give you a key word here. I don't want whiners on our team. You have to learn to get better. Anyone here follow Jim Rohn. I'm sure many of you watching have followed Jim Rohn when he was alive. Listen to him. Listen, you are not going to improve anything if you don't, if you're not willing to raise your standards and get better. So we're looking for people that have the commitment level to get in. Okay, can you devote an hour and a half, okay, a day to this business? If so, I want you on my team. Real quick, Golden Boy, what does that mean? I don't know about you, but have you heard of Oscar De La Hoya? He is an investor in PHP. The Houston Dynamo, the professional soccer team based out of Houston. The owner, the co-owner, Gabriel Brenner, is an investor in PHP. He is the co-owner of the Dynamo. This man is a billionaire. Would a billionaire throw money at something for no reason and invest and become an investor unless he did his due diligence? What do you think? I would think most billionaires do their due diligence, and they are not silly. And they do not just throw money at people. Of course, maybe if they're donating to a cause or something, but not millions of dollars. They don't invest and just throw things at people for nothing, okay? These are the kind of people that PHP is attracting, okay? So I got something for you. If you want to get started, real quick, if you're ready to get started, one thing, you can't have felonies, okay? You can't be bank robber or anything like that, you know. You can't have anything related to money, related to felonies and money. Bankruptcies. Can't have bankruptcies in the last, I don't know, I think 10 years. Now, if you had one 15 years ago, 17 years ago, you should be okay. Maybe 11 years ago, I think you'll be okay. Misdemeanors. You can't have anything major, okay? A lot of you know my story. I have DWIs, 2 of them on my record. When I got my license through the state of Texas, they let that pass. They didn't care about it. These insurance companies, they didn't care about it. They were small misdemeanors. Now, if you have something like assault or fraud or something like that, they probably are not going to approve you. So just know that, okay? And then no tax liens. You got to make sure the IRS doesn't have, they're not garnishing your wages and things like that. If you don't have any of those, you are A-okay, ready to go. Now, it's only $150 to get started, okay? Now, don't leave because, listen, I got something for you. To get your license, I got the hookup. You have to pay to practice to get your license. I got the hookup that's going to give you a $180 discount or something like that. When you get started with our team, you get over $175, $180 discount on your training. So you only pay like $19.95 for your training to study for the test. You do have to take a test. It's very simple. I studied over the weekend, took it on a Monday, and I passed it. Okay, I didn't make it hard. I just freaking studied on a Saturday and then studied in the morning on a Sunday and took it, and that was it. And it was super simple. Okay, if you join our team, you join my team, I'm gonna hook you up with that promo code to save almost $200 on the practice, so you can study for this test. So you only have to pay $19.95 for the practice. Okay. This thing's worth it. We've already started making our first 3. We've already made 3 commission checks already in the business. This thing is worth it. It is real. And after the $150, I don't earn nothing on this, okay? We don't earn money on the $150, okay? This is like your onboarding fee, okay? Because you're getting like franchised into PHP. You are onboarding. This is covering your app, the back office, how you're going to track your commissions, your business, all that. That covers it. And then the maintenance for all of that is just $14.95. Where can you get someone to handle your tracking, your commissions, your paperwork, all of your accounting for $15 a month? You're not going to find that anywhere. For an accountant, it's going to cost you a couple $100 a month to retain them, and then they're going to charge you by the hour when they do specific work on your account. So you're not going to find that anywhere. $14.95. Listen. You know me. I've been sending solo ads for people to my email list. People pay me for ads and things like that. It's very rare that I join anything. Me and my wife are super passionate about this. We're super excited. I told you the story why we joined. We're already at 60% commissions, guys, okay? Giving you an example. We help somebody, okay? Their policy is $100 a month, okay? That means for the year they're paying $1,200, right? Now, let's just say we're working with the company and they're only paying 100%, okay, depending on which provider. So what's 60% of $1,200? 60% of 1,200 is what? $720. How would you like to sit with the family for an hour, answer their questions, get them an insurance policy, and make $720 for a super cheap $100 a month policy? It's possible with PHP. You get started right now, you're going to get the discount, so you can only have to pay $20 for your practice to get the state license, okay? That's it. If you are in the United States, you can do this business. I want you to get started right now. And on top of that, I got one more bonus. This has nothing to do with PHP. You get started before December 31st at midnight. Get in my system right now. Let's get you on the team right now, okay? You get started right now. I'll spend an hour with you over the phone and show you how to get started with PHP the best way, get you plugged in, and get you plugged into some of the leaders. I'll spend an hour with you over the phone, and on top of that, I'll throw in a free solo ad, okay, a YourSwipe solo ad that I sell usually for $250. Sometimes I have them on sale for $99, okay? I'm going to give you a free solo ad, okay? So right now, sometimes I have them on sale for $99, okay? Right now, I'm going to give you one. You know what? I'm going to give you 2 solo ads as a bonus in case you have something else that you're a member of that you want to make some commissions. I'll give you 2 solo ads as a bonus. That's easily a $500 value because I sell them for $250. Sometimes I have them on sale, but that's an easy $500 value. I'm going to give you 2 solos as a bonus. Okay, they probably won't go out till later in the month, but I'm going to give you 2 solos as a bonus for you getting started. That in and of itself will cover the cost of the $150. Let's get started. Join my team. This is the real deal. They got training online. We have phone calls. We have all the support you need. We have a back office that shows you. We have forms you can download. We have training videos. We have audios. We have printouts, PDFs, and we have live training as well and on Zoom. Come on, join my team. Let's get this going. You could be the leader in your market and be earning $12,000, $15,000 a month, 12 months from now or less. This could be you. It can happen. Suspend your disbelief. Join me on my team. I want to help you succeed. That's one thing about PHP. They mentor you. They train you. They help you get better. And listen, if you plug into the system, there's no way you can't make money. There really isn't. So this is Frank. You know who I am. You know I rarely join anything. This thing is the real deal. We've already made our first 3 commission checks already. This is legitimate. Get going. Let's just listen. There's a way for you to reach out to me. Call me. Okay, I'm going to give you my number. Okay, if you don't see it below this, this is my number. Write it down. 832-813. Okay, 94. Okay, 9400. Okay, now let me do it right here. 832-813-9400. My phone. So this is my cell phone, guys. Listen, this is the real deal. Why would I give my number unless I am serious, okay? You're ready to get started, okay? Frank, I want to get started, okay? Tell me, text me, call me. I want to get started. You're going to get 2 solos as the bonus, okay? And on top of that, you're also going to get the coupon code to save on your testing, okay? The practice, because you got to practice for the test and study, okay? Listen, I did it in one day. You're going to get a coupon code so that your practice and your training only costs $19.95 instead of $190-something. I think it's $190, okay? So you're going to save like $170, okay? You're going to get a coupon code to save, and you're going to get 2 solo ads from me to promote anything else that you're a member of that makes you commissions. Let's get started, guys. I'm super excited. This is the real deal. Get in on this right now before the end of the year, because if you contact me on the 1st, I can't give you these bonuses, okay? Let's get in right now. You'll help me hit a promotion as well, because I need 8 more people on my team. That's the reason why I made this video. I need 8 more people on my team because if I do that, I get to qualify for a special event after their big event in San Antonio in the next 2 months or so. Okay, I think it's in less than 2 months from now, and at the end of January. So yeah, in a month from now. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm giving you these bonuses because I want to hit this promotion. It's actually just a contest. If I get these 8 more people, if you become one of my team members, if I get 8 people on my team, guess what? I get that special incentive, and I get to hang out for an after party and meet some of the top people in the company, as well as a guy named David Goggins. I don't know, some of you might know who he is. He's going to be at the after party because he's speaking at the event. So call me, text me. Let's get you going. To sign you up only takes like 5 minutes. So I can get you signed up in 5, 6, 7 minutes. Simple. All you got to do is reach out to me, okay? Let's get going. This is the real deal. Join my team. Come on. All I can tell you is this is go, 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 okay? I'll answer any of your questions. You have a couple questions you got to ask me, call me, text me. I'll call you, and we'll get you going. Let's do this right now. Let's change our lives. I want to take people with me so that 12 months from now you can look up and say, thank you, Frank. I'm glad I got started. We're at 6,000 a month. We're at 8,000. We're at 17,000. Whatever that number is, it's all based on your effort. I know you can do it. And PHP can help you get there way more faster than what's been going on with you in the last 12 months doing what you've been doing, okay? If you're still on right now, this means you want to join. Call me. Let's get going.